Rolling. Check. 1, 2. All right.
King's Corner Podcast. Take one.
And you forgot to state the damn episode.
God dang it, boy.
I guess it don't matter, huh?
I guess it don't.
King's Corner Podcast. Black ownership.
Black on Tingz.
Black ownership, man. What we think about black ownership?
I love it.
I love it too. But you know, what's the long and short of it?
Buy black, sell to everybody. All right, bye everybody. Have a good one, guys.
Buy black, sell to. All right, yep. Episode's over. No, I'm just playing, but yeah, definitely. Yeah, let me.
That's the long and short of it.
Yeah, that's the long and short of it. But let's get into it. Black ownership. What does it mean to you?
Oh Lord. Man. I feel like it is a way of reclaiming what was stolen from us, where we are taken from our own land, don't have our own language, and I feel like black ownership is a way that is a communal aspect of supporting each other. And so, yeah, whether you're providing a good or a service, somebody taking a chance on you in voting with their dollar, I feel like that's very important. And you can get into it economically, where shout out Dr. Claude Anderson. He has a book called Powernomics, and he talks about the differences between how many times money moves in, let's say, Jewish people's community, Asian people's community, the Hispanic community versus the black community. And it is a huge disparate of times that the money circulates. So the fact that we can have money that is produced in our community, stays in our community, and revitalizes our community, I feel like that's extremely important to build a better nation.
Okay.
What about you?
I think, yeah. I mean, I think all of that is great what you said, you know, because, I mean, they done studies, and as far as, you know, our people as a whole, we great at spending money.
Yeah.
But making it, I mean...
We great at making money, too.
Huh? No, I'm saying, but I'm talking about as a whole. We're great at spending money, but making it is like, I would say that's a smaller percentage of us spending our black dollars instead of making black dollars. And the reason I say that is because, you know, most of the people that we look up to are like big successors, like the successful black owners, successful black owned businesses. Like, they're big names. You know, it can trickle down to as simple as, you know, black ownership in the community.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And it's like, it's not even a lot of that, really. Like, as far as, like, in the community, like, I'll put it this way, like, coming from Queens, you know, we got black-owned barbershops, maybe a couple corner stores. But all in all, like, we don't really see much, you know? I mean, point being, growing up in Queens, like, Jamaica Ave was the spot. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Jamaica Ave was the spot, so we had, you know, a lot of that stuff was black market and stuff like that. But we still had our spots though. We still had our spots that we went to. You know what I mean? I had to keep it 100 though, yo.
All right.
You know, niggas used to go cop the little fake Gucci off the Ave just like they did on Canal Street or anywhere else. You know what I mean?
Okay. Where was Dapper Dan at?
Dapper Dan, Uptown. He Uptown.
Okay. That's Harlem.
But you know, growing up, that was the spot. That's where we used to shop at, you know.
Right.
And there was black-owned stuff there. But now, they done gentrified. They didn't start it. It started, I want to say, maybe 12 years ago. And as I was leaving to move down to Florida, everything I grew up was being torn down.
A lot of people call it gentrification. I started calling it colonization. I like that better. Gentrification just sounds cute, and like colonization, I feel like.
But we can't.
Has a violent undertone
they can't
that I enjoy.
They can't recolonize. I mean,
who can't?
I call it gentrification because I mean the colonization done already happened, baby.
Yeah.
You know, it didn't already happen. It came and went.
That's rough.
You know, they evolved it now. First,
Isn't that crazy though?
First it was come in, pillage, take the land. Now it's all right.
Y'all made that popping now.
This land take it back. This land is worth a lot of money and y'all don't realize it. Just like what that nigga Jay said. I could have bought a building in Dumbo before it was Dumbo. Yeah. For like what, $2 million, something like that.
Turn around that place.
Now it's 20. Now it's worth $25 million. I'm feeling Dumbo. Like we could have did that.
Yeah.
But even Nip was doing it. Gentrify your own hood.
Well, the people do it.
So I mean, and so
yeah, they try to get Nip. They still trying to get Nip out of the paint.
Yeah.
With that center on Crenshaw.
Yeah.
They're about to build a.
And he bought the whole. He owned the whole joint.
Him and Dave Gross, his partner.
Dave Gross.
You don't know who that is? David Gross?
No, I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, I'm not gonna say I forgot about Nip, but it's just like I was an actual Nip fan. Like, going back to the Crenshaw mixtape, like before people knew who he was, and so like that whole thing still upsets me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like basically looking at everybody going to war over what he left behind, like it kind of pisses me off.
It messed me up because I feel like he did what they say you're supposed to do. Like the whole white America saying like pull yourself up by your own bootstraps.
Yeah.
Like he created his own economy essentially. Like Marathon Clothing, Marathon Agency, like the Pride to Pay movement, all that stuff.
Yeah.
And the fact that he just got murked in his own spot when he's helping like a whole generation of people through his music and like a whole community
and creating that black ownership
right
in his hood, not just
creating it, but furthering it.
Furthering it, and not just having like black owned mom and pop store or this and that and the third. He was really doing it in his hood. So it's crazy that all of that happened.
Yeah, it's rough, fam. Like he really, I feel like Nipsey was the sort of the blueprint that he just walked in like the footsteps of like Pac. Like I just really feel that way.
Definitely.
I feel like he had there's an interview, last interview Tupac ever did. I love it. I listen to it to this day. But he talks about all the things that he wants to do. Like they're like asking him like, what do you want to do like in like the next 5-10 years? And he just goes through and he talks about like having like his own political party and like revitalizing communities. And he talked about like
political
having
party.
like your own sports teams throughout the community and all this other stuff. And I feel like that's what Nipsey was doing. That's what Snoop is doing with the Snoop Youth Football League, which had like NFL players come from that system.
Yeah, definitely.
Uncle Luke too.
Uncle Luke did the same thing in Miami. Uncle Luke don't get enough credit. They
shout out Uncle Luke.
They shout out Uncle Luke and shout out Stars because they gave him that special.
The network?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they had this special on there.
That's what's up.
Yeah, man. Come on, man. And so even Mr. Master P, man, Percy Miller, man, he took black ownership to the next level, man. He did.
I love Master P.
He did, and on some real, like Snoop said on Drink Champs.
Yeah.
He said, "Yo, before I signed with No Limit, I wasn't getting money like that.
Like
Master P
Suge
showed
was
me how to
getting
get money. Yeah, he said Master P showed me how to get that money.
He's the reason why he had Dog Pound Records.
Yeah.
Like he dang it, he had a group too. Like I forgot what it was called, but he had a group like shortly after signing No Limit, and like P didn't even take it from him. He was just like, "Yo, you do it like this."
Yeah.
And so Snoop went and got a distribution deal for his own label, and they went platinum. The Eastsiders.
Yeah, the Eastsiders.
Yeah, the Eastsiders.
Yeah, I remember.
Their first 2 albums went platinum.
Yeah.
And because of the game that Master P gave Snoop, he was able to do that.
Yeah, and then by that time he had linked back up with Dre, and then it was a wrap after that. Yo, big Uncle Snoop did his thing.
I want to talk about Master P more.
Yeah, definitely, because
a genius.
He is a genius, and I look at it this way.
His career is insane.
Yeah, his career is insane, but I will say this: the reason why this is just my personal opinion. The reason why people, I guess you could say, sleeping on him or whatever is because P did everything he did by himself, like in secret. And when I say in secret, he didn't go out gallivanting about everything he was doing as much. We know about the P Miller clothing, but yeah, he really did. He moved in silence. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I don't know, like some of the stuff I watched on P, it kind of seemed like he's like, well, don't nobody show me my respect, and I think he does deserve his respect. But at the same time, we can't if we don't see what you're doing, we don't know. And I think that's what most of the problem is. I think a lot of people just don't know. And like I follow P, Before honestly, like before I got deep into Jay-Z, I'm not even gonna hold you. Master P was like I looked up to him. Yeah, I thought he was the coolest dude on earth.
Yeah.
I did. I thought he was the coolest dude on earth. And like just seeing the whole No Limit movement.
I mean, let's really break it down though.
Yeah.
Like he talking about ownership, he was in Louisiana. He went to the Bay and got game from the Too Shorts of the world, from the E40s of the world.
Yeah.
He linked up with, I don't know if you know who this is, JT the Bigger Figure, who goes by Fig Panamera now. He's known for Trap Flicks, which is also black ownership. But he got the game from the Bay, just like Tupac got the game from the Bay.
Yeah.
And he ends up making a deal with this guy at a record store. And he's like, if you essentially revitalize a store, I'll give it to you essentially for free. Yeah. And so he essentially rebuilt the store. He learned like the FedEx method of getting essentially next day shipping for CDs to come out. So he had the CDs before anybody else did. Yeah. He put himself on. He put his family on. Yeah. That's stage one.
Yeah, that's stage one. I mean,
and then he goes on, and he's like was a ball player in college. He gets on 2 NBA, what they call it, pregame seasons, preseason.
Yeah, it was
Charlotte Hornets and the Toronto Raptors. And the only reason why he wasn't with the Charlotte Hornets is because down south, the owner liked him, everybody loved him, but he was saying because his music was explicit and it's the Bible Belt, so they wasn't really playing that.
I feel you.
So he goes on to that. Then, as he's making these platinum records, as he's in the NBA, all this other stuff, he builds these relationships, and he starts No Limit Sports. Mm-hmm. This is 20 years before Rock Nation Sports, y'all. He starts No Limit Sports, and he has this guy who used to be an advisor for Serena and Venus Williams. Yeah. And he signs Ricky Williams from Texas, the Heisman winner, to No Limit. And he also, is a basketball player. He had a No Limit Soldier logo on his shoulder. I think it's Derek something. I don't remember. Yeah, but it was like a lot of, it was both football and basketball stars coming together. But the only reason why that didn't work out is because the guy he had in position wasn't known for NFL deals. Yeah. So like instead of taking a basic standard contract for Ricky Williams, he ended up getting a backloaded, incentives-heavy deal, which, for all intents and purposes, was considered the worst rookie contract for all time.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of what killed it.
Yeah, so he was planning on making a $20 million sports and music facility in Louisiana. Yeah, for like all of the people to come. So like, then he did films. Yeah, I got the hookup, which was like one of the biggest independent films. Put on so many people.
That was my joint though, but yeah, and I mean, even going into the next one, like he did it himself. He linked up with the right people, and he said, "Yo, we gonna put it out ourselves."
He did it direct, like he went directly to AMC theaters. Yeah. Like that's extremely rare. There's Byron Allen with Entertainment Studios, he's the only black-owned film distributor. Yeah. Period. Yeah. Like. And so it's him, and then Master P went sort of outside of like a Lionsgate, like how Jay or Dame did, or like Tyler Perry with Viacom.
Yeah, you want to know something crazy though? Like going into black ownership. Do you know who allegedly was the first like black producer of films?
Bill Cosby. I'm joking.
Nah, do you know?
Who you talking about? Step and Fetch It?
No.
Who?
His name was Oscar Micheaux.
Oh,
And,
okay.
And it is rumored that that's who they named the Oscar after. And the crazy thing is,
He produced 40 films.
yeah. But the crazy thing is, a lot of people that that go to film school and stuff like that, they don't even teach people about him, and that's ridiculous.
Why would they?
You right? Why would they?
We the ones who need to control our history and control our narrative because they ain't gonna do it for us. Period.
You're right. It just it just sucks because
We gotta learn the knowledge on ourselves.
Yeah, we do. Because the reality of it is, even though we didn't originate here, our history here is American history. It is a part of American history just as much as all of the other shit that we've learned. You know what I mean? And that's just real. You know.
The owner of Walker and Company, Tristan Walker, the one signature fade with the bevel blade as a major key, like that dude.
Yeah.
He has a quote that I love so much. He says, "Global culture is informed by American culture, which is informed by Black culture." Like it's basically steps. It's like global, American, hip hop culture, Black culture.
Yeah.
So like, we the greatest. I got nothing. Like our culture, like Jesse Williams has a speech in BT where he talks about like our culture being Black gold.
Yeah.
And I just feel like, especially when we talk about Black ownership, the thing that I see, whether it's on Twitter or anywhere, to be honest, like, is the lack of ownership.
Yeah.
Where, for example, you remember the viral sensation, Damn Daniel?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, those little two white boys ended up on Ellen and ended up with a lifetime supply of Vans.
Yeah.
And then like,
hold on. First of all, you said Ellen. I gotta shout out my homie Ellen, yo. Ellen is like one of my favorite people. But all right, let's get back into this Black ownership.
You talking like you know Ellen, nigga? Shout out my girl Ellen.
She's like a great person. I love people who are great people.
Yeah, I got you.
But go ahead. You said they got the lifetime supply of Vans.
They did, yeah. So, anyways, this is happening, and shortly before that, there is a woman by the name of Peaches Monroe, who was on Vine, and she was getting ready for a day, and she says, like, eyebrows on fleek.
Yep.
And
they stole it.
Just everybody ran with it.
Yeah, everybody ran with it.
Black people included.
Yeah.
Like, Christina Milian and Nicki Minaj was fighting over who came up with fleek. Meanwhile, neither one of them did.
Yeah, because but you know what? That all comes down that
trademark your stuff.
Yeah,
Own your stuff, like Tyler Perry says.
But at the end of the day, at the same time, you know, not everybody is educated on what that is.
Own your stuff.
Yeah, everybody. If
trademark your stuff.
If you got something and you think that joint gonna be popping, trademark it.
I mean, that's what I don't know.
I mean, it costs money to trademark though.
I mean, do it.
But yeah, if you think it's gonna be popping, then do it because
it's so important.
Yeah.
Like Kylie just did it with the whole Rise and Shine. You heard about that?
No.
This literally just happened like a month ago, maybe.
I know LeBron was tripping.
The Taco
trying to
Tuesday?
take him on Taco Tuesday.
Yeah, they were like, nah. But
I was like, nah, you are tripping, bro.
Kawhi Leonard is trying to get what it do, baby, trademark too.
That's not happening.
And hey, or whatever crap it was.
But that's not happening though.
He's trying.
Yeah, you could try, but under trademark law, it take about 3 years to get a trademark put through.
I don't know.
But the reason is because there's levels of trademarks, and one of them is called generic. And if it is deemed generic, you're not gonna get it trademarked.
Right.
It has to be unique, because trademarking is really for brand awareness.
I feel like what it do, baby, is unique. Like people was like running with that for like a year.
Okay,
and,
yeah,
like, merchandising his thing.
In the way he said it, but where was the first time we heard that, John? We heard it in Houston from Houston boys, from Mike Jones and Paul Wall and them. That's where we first heard it from.
What it do, baby?
So that's what I'm saying.
The Iceman, Paul Wall.
So if anything, they probably could have trademarked it back then, but it's a common term. I think that's a common term.
I feel like what him and LeBron is trying to is just the way they're saying it. So like if you can trademark it
That's
with a different spelling. Where like
but
baby
you're not gonna
would
be able
be
to
like
trademark that.
BAYBEE instead of like baby, or like Taco Tuesday.
But
being
it's
like
a phrase.
with Z or
It's a
something.
phrase. That's what I'm saying,
Right.
bro. Like, I got a master's in entertainment business, and we went through advanced entertainment law and trademarking. Like, bro, like, I got that down packed. So it's just like as far as what is gonna be deemable to be trademarked, it's levels to the shit.
I don't know, but the Jenners and the Kardashians, they play the game right. Or something.
They are.
Literally, there's a video that went viral where Kylie is singing to her daughter, and she says "Rise and Shine," and she's singing it, and she does not have a good voice, and for whatever reason, it went viral because it's just funny, and not even the next day, they were already selling T-shirts with "Rise and Shine" filed trademarks for "Rise and Shine," and tried to sue somebody.
But see, she was.
for "Rise and Shine."
You're right, but because her mama is
Kris Jenner is the GOAT.
She the GOAT. She's like probably she's definitely one of the greatest managers in the world.
Her and Puff Daddy for marketing.
Yeah, she is smart and educated enough to be like, yo, this went viral. Go trademark it.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because like,
be like her.
Like, look, let me tell you, yo, I believe this trademark is pending, and I highly doubt that they're gonna not give Cardi B her trademark for that. Yeah, like, yo, she deserved the trademark for that, because who else was doing that before her?
Niggas in the Hood.
No.
I don't know. I'm just saying words.
Okay. Before Cardi B was Cardi B, who was she? Just a nigga in the hood.
Yeah.
But yeah. Trademark y'all stuff, man. Get educated on that. So yeah. Going back into the whole black ownership. My question is this: should black ownership be like secluded to, all right, we got black ownership, black people should only support black businesses? You got quiet, man. I
don't know. I feel like it's a, how do I say this? I'll say, like, if you're looking after your community with your basic necessities.
Yeah.
For me personally, like, if we're getting all the way real with it, like, I want a little Africa.
A little Africa?
Yes. Like how, like, I remember driving through Pine Hills.
Yeah.
And there's a Chinatown in Pine Hills.
Oh, word?
Yeah. And, like, before you get there, like, from Mills to Bumby is, like, Vietnam shops.
Yeah, like a little Vietnam. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And so they're like two huge supermarkets.
I mean,
right
if you want to keep it real,
Mims.
I mean, if you want to keep it real, and everywhere it's a little Africa, because like,
is there?
Let me tell you, bro. Let me elaborate. In all in all, what is Africa? Africa is a third world continent, right? So.
I mean, they have, like, the richest resources.
Yeah, but it's a third world continent. Like, all in all. Like, it's like a lot of places that we see in Africa are very poor.
Okay.
Right? And very run down and stuff like that. So go to the hood. What do you see? Run down, broken down stuff. So, in hindsight, that would be a little Africa. But at the same time, it shouldn't be that way.
I mean, but even
be
regardless if it's in a hood and it's broken down, I feel like the Little Africa or the Chinatowns or Little Vietnam or Little Italy or whatever, I feel like it's an intentional thing. And
let's bring this culture around in other places and introduce it to people. Yes,
right. Like MLK talks about.
I would love to see that.
Like MLK talks about collectively.
Mm-hmm.
Like the amount of money that Black Americans have. I think now it's $1.1 trillion collectively.
Yeah.
Which is a bigger GDP than a lot of countries.
Yeah.
But that's collectively.
Mm-hmm.
But with, unfortunately, a lot of things aren't like this. It's splintered off.
Yeah.
So if you can go like this and build a little Africa, where the barbershop or the gas station are where you get your food, clothing, like basic necessities. Yeah, I would say buy black.
You want okay?
That's what I would say.
Okay.
Especially if it's in your neighborhood.
Yeah.
Like,
So you
who
don't
look like you.
yeah, but you don't think that should be like the end all be all, like only buy black.
If you
stuff,
can,
if
yeah.
you black. If you can.
If you can,
Why
yeah.
you say that?
Why do I say buy black? If
No,
you can?
why like
What
I'm asking is,
all right, look.
do you think
like
that
this.
black people should only buy black?
No, I don't know. I'll say that in the sense of like, I'm just not gonna watch like black only movies. Like I'm gonna go to the movie theaters, and if that movie theater isn't black owned, that mean I don't go
you're
there.
not gonna go in there?
Like that's
that's
not right.
That's what I'm asking.
So my thing is like if I was to say one main thing, like I'm more looking at it from a basic necessities part.
Okay, yeah, because I know
Because like Killer Mike did a whole episode on Netflix, Trigger Warning, the first season, where he tries to live, I think it's like a whole day of just buying black, food, transportation, sleep,
Yeah.
like
hotels and all that.
yeah. So he ended up like at a Muslim spot to get something to eat. He ended up chartering a bus, like from like it was crazy.
Yeah, I didn't see it, but
It's fire.
What was it? Was
nuts.
it a hard task?
It was sobering, yes.
Like was it a hard task for like as far as him like trying to like he had to actually go out and search for these things?
Yes,
That's a problem.
I agree.
That is a problem.
Yeah.
Because we gotta dig just to find some stuff that we own or our people own.
I just feel like with beauty supply stores are beauty shops and all this stuff.
Yeah,
are
we
nails,
got a lot of that.
Nails,
hair. We got but we
like,
own a lot of that.
Do we? Because like the things that I see are like Asians running.
Oh
those.
no, see, well,
because they have like the plug.
Where I come from, no. Where I come from, it was both.
Okay.
Like even it's this spot over here, right around the corner, over by
And it's a black owned spot?
Yeah, bro, it's literally right down the block, going right across University into Scarlet. That plaza right there.
Okay, yeah.
It's a spot right there.
That's fly.
That's where I go get my that's where I go get all my hair stuff.
That's what's up.
Cause they got the stuff that I need.
Yeah.
But yeah, at the same time, yeah, we gotta go look for our stuff.
Yeah, I recently tried to spend money with black people as far as getting a haircut, and I had to go online to ask.
Oh, I
like every spot that I went to wasn't black.
Nah, I feel you. I'm particular about my hair, so like.
You grandpa in, it's all good.
Nah, yeah. I mean, my barber Puerto Rican, but and he from New York, and he gave me lace, bro.
I'm not judging you,
bro. He gave me lace, bro. And yo, barbers, I'm particular with a barber, yo. Like you gotta.
I'm not judging you.
You gotta earn this.
Oh Lord.
You gotta earn this, bro. For real, like for real. I'll pay that man to travel with me. Like it's that deep. It's that deep. Like I'm not even playing, yo. If like, especially if I'm new to a town,
yeah,
and I find if I find a barber that lace me up, hey, I'm sticking with him
forever.
But, yeah. I mean, at least while I'm here.
I got you.
But on the contrary, I don't let a white barber touch my head, bro.
I remember when I first moved down here.
I won't, and I ain't gonna hold you. My brother-in-law, he nice. I seen him, but I'm like, bro, nah, I can't let you cut my hair. And I was like, he was like, it's because I'm white, and I'm like. Nah, not really. It's because I won't cheat on my barber.
Oh, shit.
I can't cheat on my barber, man. Because, like, I could if I see your work and I know you nice, like, yeah, I'll sit down in your chair. That ain't got nothing to do with it. You know what I mean? But, like, once I find that one barber that chopped me up, like, everywhere I've been at, I had one barber, bro.
Yeah.
I had one barber. Like even when I was in the military and I was in VA,
Yeah.
I had one barber.
Holy crap.
And
Like, hey, yo, where Reggie at? Ain't no Reggie.
Yo, if he wasn't there when I went in, I was like, yo, I'm just gonna be walking around looking like a beat down, old looking slave worker until he come in,
Reggie
until
come
he
back.
lacing me up, bro. Shout out my barber out in VA, Nod, man. You know, and shout out my barber out here, Jose, BX barber, man. Yo, he be having my joint laced, bro. I gotta go see him soon. But hey, I don't play with that haircut, bro. I don't cheat on my barber,
when I moved down here for the first time, I didn't know where to go. This was like back when like I had like printed out MapQuest directions. This is like 2010. Like
yeah, that was before GPS was like popping on your phone.
Yeah, I had like a flip phone, fam. So I ain't no GPS on my phone.
Yeah.
Not that I knew of. So I found this barber, and so I went there and proceeded to wait an hour and a half to get my hair cut.
Yeah.
Was not busy. It was a white barbershop.
Uh-huh.
And I couldn't leave because I didn't know another place to go to. And they were just like, yeah, we can't cut your hair. And so they were like, you're just going to have to wait for the so-and-so barber to come in. Bro. So I proceeded to wait an hour and 30. And then what messed me up, though, was like after he was done, he essentially tried to make it seem like he was doing me a favor. Where he was like, usually I charge, I'm just going to make up a number. Usually I charge 15, but I'm going to charge you 12 this time. Like, he doing me a favor.
Nah.
Like, I was so salty.
Nah.
Because, like, I waited an hour and a half.
I don't care.
And then the fact that he was just like, yeah, we can't cut your hair.
Bro,
okay.
I don't care where I'm at. Like, yo, shout out.
Yo, that cut was fire, though. I ain't going to hold you.
Hey, well, there you go then, bro. That's what I'm saying, yo. Once you find that one barber,
I guess racism's know how to cut.
Yo. Hey. Most barbershops that I went to was black owned anyways, bro. But when it comes to that hair, if you lace me up, you good, yo. I don't care if you black, you white. If I see your work and you lace me up one good time, yo, you gonna have my money for as long as I'm around.
Hey, yo, what's up with that white robe? Why's it got a hood on it? Yo, don't worry about it, fam.
Hey, if he laced me up, bro.
Oh,
like,
no. The clan barber?
Hey, if you nice, you nice. But I mean, I wouldn't walk up in there anyways. But like, yeah, like it didn't matter where I was.
Boy.
Like, yeah.
I just want a haircut, sir.
Hey, nah. See, I'm not about to do all of that. No, that's too much. But yeah, like
you gotta wait in the back.
You gotta wait. I'm gonna lace you up, but I'm gonna do it outside.
Yo,
I'll be like, yo,
he burn his clippers every time he does it.
Hey, that's funny too. If he nice to it, the nigga be like, hey.
This sound like a Dave Chappelle skit.
And dude, hey, don't worry. I'm not gonna tell nobody that you cut me. And he gonna like, I ain't gonna tell nobody I cut you neither. But
oh man.
Yeah, I mean, we had a lot of black-owned barbershops in the hood.
Took me a while.
It took you a while.
I ain't gonna hold you.
I ain't gonna hold you. Like when I first moved down here.
Yeah.
Like obviously, like this is a more suburban part.
Right.
But.
What? Nah, we live in the hood. I'm joking. No, I don't.
But more of I'm like literally that was my first concern when I moved down here. It wasn't
getting right.
It wasn't getting enrolled. It wasn't going to do
enrolling
my
your daughter
in school. It was. I said, yo,
priorities.
I need to find a damn barbershop, B. I'm not even gonna hold you, son.
Yo, fam.
I'm dead ass, and it just so happened my little bro Jalen was he had dreads or whatever, and I seen him on Snapchat say he was like about to get his dreads done, and I seen the pictures on the wall, bro. Hey, you know the black barbershop models, yo. Hey, side note, when I was little, yo, I used to when I was little, when I grew up, I used to want to be on the haircut chart, bro.
Yeah.
Like, yo, I want to be number 7, just sitting there like this. Number 7 on the haircut chart, bro. But I seen his Snapchat, and he was saying he's about to go. I'm about to see what they looking like, and I was like, yo, I seen some barber chairs in there. I hit him up. I was like, yo,
where you at?
Where you at? He told me where it's at. It's around the corner. They moved, so it is what it is. But my barber was there. right? I went in, I seen him. First, I scoped him out. I was like, all right, he Puerto Rican. I said, all right, I know them niggas could cut hair, bro. So I looked at him, and then I was like, oh, this nigga from the Bronx? I said, yeah, he cutting my hair, B. So he laced me up.
You're like, yeah.
Yo, he laced me up. That was that. Just I'm gonna shout him out again, Jose the BX Barber out here in Orlando, man. I'm waiting for you to open that new shop, man. Cause I'm gonna be up in there. I'm gonna bring your business up in it. But I'm dead ass. It's about to open up around the corner too. I can't wait. But let me tell you, bro, this nigga moved. This nigga has moved 3 times since I've been here.
You moved
and
with
I
him.
done moved right with him. He got, as long as I'm in Orlando, he got me, bro. I don't even care if I move to the whole other side of Orlando.
Oh, you bugging, man.
I'm coming right back over here. I'm not playing. I'm not capping.
Yo, if you like it, I love it, bro.
Yeah, I'm not capping.
I wasn't made for that ish.
Nope, I'm not capping, bro. All right, so back into this black ownership.
Yeah, you spent all this time talking about a Puerto Rican barber. Dang.
I mean, they black too. They black too.
You got it.
Am I lying? Where's the lie?
Shit.
But you say you want to see a little Africa,
Facts.
just like we see Chinatowns everywhere.
Everywhere.
Damn, we do see them everywhere.
Everywhere.
Like when I say everywhere, like nigga, I done been overseas, bro. Like,
fam, my sponsor is Jewish.
I think it's
and he also talks about like just that Jewish community.
Yeah.
Like whenever I get off of I-4.
Yeah.
Like and then make that turn, like there's like a whole Jewish community with like a
Where?
center in before you hit 1792.
Oh, okay. Hey. Go to Brooklyn.
Hov
go to Brooklyn.
Hov
boy.
talked about that with the Rap Radar interview.
Yeah.
Where he talked about like he literally saw like
they got whole
in like his generation, like
Yeah.
it turned from one block to like a whole section. Like we can do that, yo.
Yo, we can, but
Ain't no but. Yo, we can do that.
Yo, we can, but the problem is a lot of the times it's us. Like how hard, I find it a hard task for niggas to just come together, bro.
Man,
it is, and when I say it's a hard task, I'm saying like this is just what I see. Like I see my people always hating on each other, bro. Like now, me personally,
find some new people, fam.
Yeah, me personally, I'm like I can't feed into that, you know.
Yeah, find some new people.
If you look like me and you successful, you know, as long as you ain't scamming, I'll get into that later. But if you look like me and you successful and you getting it the right way, yo, like
get it, bro.
I'm all for it, man.
Yeah,
I'm all for it. But that's the issue, man. Like to me, that's the issue. It's just like
man, about
like
that. All you need is one, fam.
Yeah, you're right, but
all you need is one.
You're right. All you need is one, but I like what's wrong with us coming together, man?
Nothing.
You're right. We were already separated long enough.
Facts.
You know? So what's wrong with us coming together? Like I love seeing that. Like point being, remember the whole what you call it? Remember the whole thing that was going on with the Carolina Panthers owner?
Oh
and whatever, and basically boom, you could say it, he got his ass canceled.
Yeah.
And Puff was talking about buying it. I would have loved to see that.
I would have loved if he moved in silence.
Yeah, because that was the whole thing, and that was the thing. Like him and Hov could have got together, and a bunch of other people and did that.
Hov couldn't have did that. He owns Rock Nation Sports, but I get what you're saying.
I mean, yeah.
That's why he had to give up.
Well, it's
Brooklyn.
not about. Yeah, I know. Yeah, and really, that's really kind of what it goes into, because like his black ownership is
still on the building. I'm still keeping my seats.
It's in Rock Nation Sports. You know what I mean? So either he would have to give that up in order to own a franchise.
Yeah.
So but just like I said, he could still like just like I said in cancel culture.
Out now.
Like him out now. Him partnering with the league could still open the door to black ownership in the league. Okay. So because I would love to see black ownership in the league, in the NFL. Why not? There's a bunch of black players in there. So yeah, black ownership it is very important, but at the same time, like I don't want to put out the narrative that black ownership, like black people should only support black ownership because like on some real, like I'm an individual, I'm all about being an individual, and you should spend your money wherever you want to spend it. Like shouldn't nobody be telling you that you shouldn't be spending your money here and spending your money there because they not black owned. That shit is stupid to me. It is.
Y'all grown, bro. Y'all can do whatever
y'all grown.
want.
Y'all do what y'all want. You know what I mean? Because like I personally feel like as important as black ownership is, I still feel like togetherness is more important. Like just as people, just as human beings, bro. Because like we all have differences in different cultures and different things that we can teach each other. Just living on this earth. You know what I mean? And so like to paint the narrative of black people should only buy from black people and only do this with only black people and this and that, like that shit sounds stupid to me because of the fact that the people that came before us did all of this fighting for integration and tried to kill segregation. So it would be counterproductive for us to then again segregate ourselves after they did all of this fighting for us to be integrated.
I feel like there's a difference between segregation and separation. Segregation, I feel like, is a system of policies that disenfranchise a people group. Separation is more of a choice. I personally...
But it could turn into segregation as well.
Yeah, but I personally view it like... I mean, a lot of people talk about, like, MLK and, like, integration and yay, but, like, even MLK told Harry Belafonte that, like, he felt like he was entering people into a burning building, talking about integration.
Yeah, I got
where there are... I feel like there needs to be a more holistic conversation of what integration did, both positively and negatively.
Yeah.
Because one of the big things, as far as negative is concerned, is those black neighborhoods, those anchors, those communities that had that black dollar circulating and those businesses and all of this stuff. When integration happened, when white people realized, like, oh, okay, I can just take their money.
Yeah.
It destroyed a lot of businesses that were catered towards specifically black people.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so, like, yes and amen to integration. Like, that's cool. But I also just want to include the more holistic viewpoint of integration, both the positives and the negatives. Because I feel like in having a conversation,
there's the positives and negatives of segregation. Because separation and segregation, let's just call it what it is. They damn near one and the same.
I don't think so.
I get what you're saying from a systematic level,
That's
but I'm talking about the definition of the word. To segregate is to separate.
Okay.
So they are one and the same, and there's positives and negatives of that too. The negative is if you segregate yourself or separate yourself, it doesn't matter like if it's a people or anything. Like if you separate yourself from a whole, like it's not even about loneliness. It then it turns into ignorance because like you are so separated or segregated that you don't know nothing.
The things that you are informed by is either secondhand information or by
exactly.
a sliver of a people group.
Exactly. Secondly, it also creates that fear. It creates that that fear mentality of, or I fear what I don't know. So now it's these people that are possibly coming to make me a part of something. I'm so segregated and I'm so separated. I'm thinking, oh nah, they want something. I gotta protect mine. You know what I mean? That's the big negative of separation and segregation. The positive of separation and segregation is you possibly may not have to worry about all of that, and you can go ahead and live your life the way you feel fit. Yeah, just like Key and Peele made that skit Negro Town.
I'm going to Negro Town.
Yeah, and it's like it was funny, but it was like we could do that.
I mean, we did it multiple times.
Yeah, we did it multiple times.
Rosewood.
Yeah,
Tulsa,
but
Durham.
what I'm saying is like.
And they destroyed them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
the Black Panthers.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I would love for it to be done once, and then, boom, be injected and elevated with more and more growth.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And at the same time, like the issue is, what really kills that is gentrification. It is what kills it, and like it's crazy because like I was watching Insider Foods.
Okay.
And I'm just sitting here watching the shit, and it was pissing me off, man. This white girl, the white girl on Insider Food is like uptown, marveling over this chopped cheese sandwich.
Fire.
Yeah, they is fire, but the reality is like them shits is $2 for a reason. Like sometimes that's all niggas could afford. You think niggas want to be eating chopped cheese all the time? The shit is good, but it's $2. So now what's going on now? They put the shit on Insider Food, and you got all of these yuppies coming from Soho, coming from downtown, coming uptown to marveling over some chopped cheese that niggas been eating for years. You know what I mean? And it's like,
I wouldn't have a problem with it if they were pouring money into the community.
Yeah.
What I feel like is happening is that a yuppie, as you call it, or like the colonizers, I'm still going to call them colonizers.
Because
the colonizers have their own spot where they be like, hey, try this chopped cheese, where they put it on artisan bread and try and remix it.
Yeah.
And then they move the traffic into
this. And then they take it.
From the Poppy store, the Aki store,
Yeah.
that's been there for, what, 30 years?
Exactly. Prime example. Let's take this Joker movie. Right? I haven't seen it.
Okay.
But I would like to, but...
Yo, that joke had me dying,
But
fam.
listen, when the trailer came out, right? You saw it?
Yo, my nigga.
It's good? All right,
Yeah.
I'm going to check it out. But point being, when the trailer came out, I started laughing because if you from New York City, it don't matter what borough you from, you knew those stairs when you saw them. And the funny thing is, I gotta go into what Charlamagne said about the craziest people in the world
From
is
Florida?
from Florida or the Bronx.
Right.
And I started dying because I'm like, how ironic that in the Joker movie, the Joker out here from the Bronx. You know, but point
Fam,
being,
it turned into a tourist attraction.
and that is I'm trying not to curse so much. I'm an ex-sailor, but whatever. But that is a goddamn problem, bro.
Fam,
Because like
this nigga
Yeah,
nigga
nigga.
showed up with eggs and started throwing them on tourists. He was like,
I
yeah,
would
you
have
said he
too though.
was that
I
way.
would have too because it was like, yo,
Oh shit.
like y'all only came to the Bronx to see the Yankees. You know what I mean?
Man, bump that. Yo, make that bit of business. Charge them niggas.
Yeah, charge them.
Run
or for
their
real,
cash.
hey, go stick one of them.
Don't do that.
Nah,
Don't do that.
I'm just playing. We do not promote violence.
Views expect by Mel Hefe does not reflect Kingz Cornerback.
Yeah, King's Corner Podcast
Yeah.
does not promote violence. But the reality...
Bump that. Kill the white man.
Nah, chill with that shit, man. We never promote anything like that. But the reality is, like, everybody is starting to get pissed off. You know what I mean? Everybody's starting to get pissed off. Y'all niggas is flooding from all over the country, marveling over some stairs from a movie, and these are stairs that niggas been walking up and down for years, tired, coming home overworked and gotta walk up them damn stairs.
But I want to do the lean with a rock right on the stairs like Joker.
Nah, chill, bro. Like it's like chill, bro. Go do that shit at your own stairs. Go do that shit in Times Square. You know what I mean?
But I want these stairs.
But
I can't have the stairs.
bro, it turned into like the news was coming out there.
Well, they call it manifest destiny. Like wherever I am, is my property.
Yeah, but
These are my stairs now.
yeah. Like it's crazy.
Go away, Negroes.
But like they was on the news talking about it, and I was watching the news report, and it was one of two things. It was two things, and it's funny. They interviewed two black people, right? And one of them said, I think it's cool. It gives people another reason to come to the Bronx and this and that and the third. And, maybe, people could come in and spend their dollars here.
Yeah,
and
that's
this
real.
and that and the third. And it's cool. And then on the flip side, the other lady was like, look, this is like, this is my translation. I'm paraphrasing. Basically, look, we ain't with all this shit. All right, yo, we live out here. We don't need y'all coming over here on these damn stairs. My goddamn apartment up here.
That part.
And y'all down here making all of this noise.
Oh, man.
Y'all not spending y'all money here.
Right.
Get out.
No, what pisses me off about colonization, because I'm just gonna call it that because that's what it is. The thing that I hate about colonization is that in the '60s. There were other people in these communities, and because of white flight, they left said communities, and so black people ended up going into these impoverished areas and made them hot. And then now, white people are seeing that these places are popping.
That's called gentrification. That's the whole idea behind it.
Right, exactly. And so they see it's hot, and so they're like, we want this. And so instead of coming in humbly, they are very much like, we want the coolness of this without, you know how Paul Mooney says everybody wants to be a nigga?
Everybody want to be a nigga until the time to be a nigga.
Yeah, like,
but
that's what it is. Like,
it's true.
They want the flavor without the niggas. Like, they don't want the loud music. They don't want the culture that comes with it.
Yeah, the culture that come with urban living.
Which comes from what? The people.
Yeah, come from the people of those communities, because the crazy thing is, like, in the Bronx, like just New York as a whole, like, it's a melting pot. Yeah, you got sections of where, like, dang, it ain't that many. It's all black people, or it's all Spanish people, or it's all Jamaicans, it's all Haitians, or it's all Guyanese, or whatever. Like, you have those communities, but all in all, like, the thing about New York that which makes it so great is it's just a melting pot of different cultures.
Right.
You got the Italians with their good ass food. You got Chinatown.
Everybody got bomb food.
Everybody got bomb food. You're right, but what I'm saying is, like in the Bronx.
Yeah.
Like the Bronx, like I don't mess with the Bronx that much, because like in New York, like if you ain't got people that's in a certain borough, like, you just don't go there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I went to the Bronx to go see the Yankees, or like my brother stayed out there.
Yeah.
So, but like it's a mixed borough. It really is. But every borough is a mixed borough. But based on like those main attracting parts of the Bronx, like, it's mixed out there.
I heard Bronx is sort of like the last stand when it comes to, as you say, gentrification, as I call it, colonization.
Yeah. Well, but it depends on what part. Like, like High Bridge, or like over there like near Yankee Stadium and everything. Like, yeah, they coming to get that. They coming to get that, cause look.
What's it called? Los Angeles, Inglewood.
Yeah.
Steve Ballmer.
Yes,
Steve
bro.
Ballmer
He invested how much money into that city?
They building like a stadium.
Yeah.
Like in Inglewood.
Well, no, they built the stadium already, but now
they built it.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. But now because it should be open next year or something like that.
God.
Because I think not this Super Bowl, not the next one, the one after that.
Okay.
Is gonna be there.
Wow.
Because this year's Miami, next year's Tampa, and then it's gonna be there.
Yeah, shout out to Tampa 813 stand up. But
but it's gonna be there. But it's just like
no, my problem with gentrification or colonization is displacement. Because they have to go somewhere.
You're right. They have to
black
go somewhere.
And brown people.
Yeah,
if these other people of this other culture, the majority culture, come in, where are they supposed to go? Where are these black and brown people supposed to go? They can't go to Harlem. It's too expensive. Where they gonna go?
No, they taking Harlem back too. And it's crazy because I remember Game said this because he named his son Harlem, and he said like looking at history, like Harlem like could be projected to be like one of the first black owned cities, because like, you like really think about it, like during the Roaring '20s, the Harlem Renaissance, like that, like everybody that was black wanted to go to Harlem. Everybody, look, Bumpy Johnson ran Harlem. Malcolm X, when he got to New York, that's where he was at. That was the first place he went to.
Detroit.
You had like even like all of these great jazz musicians,
Ellington.
you know, Dizzy, Duke,
Everybody.
like everybody, and a lot of them was from New York anyways. But that's where they did everything. Harlem, you had the Apollo. That was ours. You know, Apollo, Cotton Club, Lennox Lounge. You know, and this is way before my time, but I know about these things.
You
know, so but no more. You know, my man's was living out there, and he was like, bro, like it's getting whiter by the day.
What I hate is the fact that in order for change to happen, and we got way off from black ownership, but
no, we didn't get off from black ownership because that was, you know what I mean?
That's deep. But like, what I hate is, what I feel like the biggest problem for me is that people don't act right until white people show up. I don't feel like it's right that a community with schools and kids and all of this stuff where the trash ain't getting picked up, where the schools are D's and F's or whatever, and then it magically starts turning around once white people show up.
But see, this is
like them same schools.
But that's crazy because but that's why I said that, like, this is the problem. Like,
it shouldn't be that way. That's all I'm saying.
It shouldn't be that way. It shouldn't be that way at all. Just period. Because, you know, the problem is, and this is just my take on the psychology of just the black struggle in America. And when I say the black struggle in America, like, this shit goes back to when we first got here.
400 years?
No, yeah. This goes back to when we first got here. And so, looking at American history and looking at black American history, it was always struggle, right? And even now, it's still struggle. So, my take on that psychology is this. Niggas came from the bottom, and now we up. And a lot of the times, I feel that us black people try to put what Trevor Noah calls it, the black tax, which was like just the perfect, it was the perfect thing to throw on it. We try to put the black tax on the people that came up and say, look, well, we here. Like, why can't you take care of us? And the reality is, like, you know, because just like I said, I feel like black American history is struggle. It's beautiful, it's ugly, it's rough, you know. But at the same time, like, once you come out of that struggle, it's like, yo, I made it, and now I'm about to do what I want to do because I spent all of these years doing what I had to do because I couldn't do what I wanted to do because I didn't have the funds for it. So, you know, we go out and we buy all of these cars and we buy all of this jewelry and we buy all of these diamonds. And personally, I don't see nothing wrong with that because just like I say, you should spend your money however you feel fit. But at the same time, like, me personally, I would want to go back to my hood and buy my hood.
Yeah.
And clean up my hood. That's what I would want to do. But at the same time, I shouldn't be made to feel like that's what I have to do. You know what I mean? I shouldn't be made to feel like by the people in that community that may have watched me come up, or that just may come from that same background or from that same community that I come from. I shouldn't have to feel that I've had all of this success and I made all of this money. I shouldn't have to feel like, oh, well, now I have to do this because they expect me to. You get what I mean?
I personally feel like there's a social responsibility. I feel like there's a
I do and I don't.
I feel like there's a cyclical part where if the community pours into me and helps make me into the man who I am, and I go out and I do great things as I'm leaving the community, I feel like there is a cyclical nature that needs to happen where I then pass the baton to the next generation.
Oh,
Into that community.
You're right. But what I'm saying is this. Like, I feel like, yeah, you should want to. But I don't feel like you should be told that you have to. That's what I'm saying. and that's the and boom, that also goes into that psychological aspect of like that struggle and that struggle from slavery. Slaves were told they had to do this and they had to do that. Yeah. That was also part of the struggle. So you got to think about somebody like a Jay-Z or a Puffy or Kanye, like anybody that came up in these impoverished neighborhoods. Yeah. And you really think about it, right? Like, all right, yeah, we came up, and I'm gonna come back to the hood. I'm gonna give back to my hood. But don't y'all for a second think that I have to do this. I'm doing this because I want to, and this community means something to me. But at the same time, like, if I chose not to, like, this is my success. Like, this is my success that I came from. You know what I mean? And like, I worked hard. I put the boots to the ground to do this. I'm gonna give back to my hood because I feel like that's what I want to do and that's what I should do. Not because you told me or you made me feel like I had to do it. You get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, like that's my whole thing. Like, yeah, I think that everybody that comes from the hood, I think that, you know, I'm not gonna say I hope that they all find it in themselves to go back and clean up their hoods and take care of the community that, you know, helped mold them into what they became. Yeah. You know, I think that I think and I hope that they find it in their hearts to want to do those things. But I'm not going to sit here and tell Jay-Z, oh, you got all of this money, you could have bought Marcy Projects and you could have cleaned it up and then this and that and the third. Like, I think that's wrong. I do. So, you know, but at the same time, boom, let's go to it. They didn't, like, some people that don't, you know, we're in the era of that, to where we are learning, like, in some aspects it may be too late, but we in the era of where we're learning and paying attention to, like, damn, yo, like they put us in the projects, and now the property value is so low that they could come back in and buy it up.
Happened in Detroit.
And build it up and push us out.
Happened in Detroit.
You're right, it happened in Detroit, and guess what?
Happened in DC.
Yeah, Detroit, DC, everywhere. But guess what? It was bound to happen, but we weren't educated enough to realize that we could have been the ones to do it. You know what I mean? Just like I said, Jay-Z realizing now, dang, I could have made Dumbo what it is now.
Hov did that so you wouldn't have to.
Yeah. But, like, you know, he's realized, like, so, and then, you know, Kanye
just bought 4,000 acres in Wyoming.
Yeah, in Wyoming.
I mean, that's land.
It's land. You know, it's land, and that's great because
Louis Farrakhan says America's for sale.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
it is. You know what I mean? But the thing is, the struggle is us struggling in those inner city neighborhoods where everything is. You know what I mean? But, you know, just like I said, we weren't educated on the value of these places and the value of this property, or, you know,
or in that same way. Because like niggas, like Ice Cube said that they were fighting over neighborhoods in places they didn't even own. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like there is a pride where it comes, like a neighborhood pride, but to extend that to the point where you police your own neighborhoods, to extend that to the point where you give back to your own neighborhoods, where you extend it to the point where if you have the opportunity, collectively bring your money together to buy your own neighborhood.
Yeah, definitely. And like, just like I said, I hope, and, you know, I hope that our people that come from these neighborhoods, you know, I hope that they could find it in themselves to want to do that. Yeah. But on the contrary, I also know that they don't have to if they don't want to, and like, hey, like that's all them. You know, I just like I said, I don't think, like, if somebody, because yo, the reality is, the ugly part of that struggle makes people say, yo, you know what, I don't never want to come back to this. You know, and I mean that's just part of being human. You know, you have some what I would call the stupid me would call some uppity niggas that came from that
Yeah.
and looked down on it.
It's nuts.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It is nuts, but it's part of being human because you know we don't. The reality is we don't know what they went through.
Yeah.
Going, you know, trying to get to where they at.
Right.
We don't know what they went through. We don't know, like, just like they don't know what somebody like me went through. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, cause like the reality is when niggas make it out the projects, the last thing they want to do is go back. You know, but I don't think they look at it as, you know what, I could go back and I can purchase this.
Yeah.
And I can clean it up.
Yeah.
And this and that and third. And like just like I said, that's the psychology of it, which is that's just the mindset of like, yo, I did all of this shit to get out the hood. I'm not about to go back. You know? But then you gotta flip. But you like information is power. So now, in this day and age, like it almost seems like it's too late because, just like I said, niggas like Jay-Z and Nick led the charge of saying, yo, we could go back to the hood and we could buy it.
Yeah.
But it's too late because they already bought it and they ain't selling it. They ain't selling it for what they bought it for. They gonna build it up and then try to sell it. You know what I mean? So like it's crazy.
I just feel like if the macro buying isn't an option, then I'd say micro of supporting.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then if the macro of revitalizing isn't necessarily available on a macro scale, then I'd say the micro of like little changes.
Yeah.
Where Farrakhan talks about like eat to live.
Mm-hmm.
So like if you can't buy a grocery store, you can start a community garden. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like just baby steps.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely, because like yo, the reality is like ownership is ownership. Black, white, this like black, white, Asian, whatever, like all of that indifferent. Like as a human being, like as a person, like to own something, like it's just a great feeling. You know what I mean? Like yo, when you bought your first car, you know, or like even even being in an apartment, like you don't own it, but like you still
nice.
Get that feeling like yo, this is mine.
Feels nice, yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, you know, just ownership of anything is it's really important. Period. And then once you do own something, like it's your job to educate on it and figure out how you can, you know, profit from it.
Yeah.
You know,
residual income.
Yeah. So like black ownership, it get deep. We can go all over the place, even like fashion, like the black
big
ownership
brand.
of fashion. Like you, big baller brand, but let's take it back, yo. Like the
Dapper
first,
Dan?
no, we
Further than that.
no, around that era, like let's get it, bro. First, what was the first big black name brand you knew of?
The first one, I say
the first big black name brand that blew the fuck up that you knew of.
Me personally, I say probably FUBU.
There you go.
I mean, but that's not before Dapper Dan.
No, it's around it was around the same time, because this was the thing about Dapper Dan. Dapper Dan owned what we knew as a style. Dapper Dan's
story still makes me so angry. And
but at the same time, but
like,
it shouldn't.
His money now.
Yeah, he got his money, but at the same time, like
the fact that he's in an exclusive deal with Gucci.
But he's doing what he
nuts to me.
But he's doing what he feels is best for him, bro.
You're right.
You know what I mean?
I can't control.
He's doing what he feels best for him.
I'd love to just tell him, be like, yo,
you think
bump Gucci,
but you think
make
everybody
your own designs, DD instead of Gucci, and then just sell them like that.
Yeah, but you're right. But guess what? Like,
he don't want to do it.
He don't want to do that, and there's nothing wrong with that.
You're right.
He doesn't want to do that. There's nothing wrong with that.
Shout out Dap.
And just like I said, yeah, shout out Dapper Dan. But like, boom, like right there, that what you said, like, I'm not even gonna say like that's my issue, but like that contradicts my thought process of like being a free individual.
Yeah, I get it.
You know what I mean?
Like we differ on certain points, and that's one of them.
Yeah, if that man don't want to do that,
yeah,
who are we to say, bro, you got this big name, you should be having your own. He was like, yeah, okay, I could do that, or I could design for Gucci and make all of this money and like not have to risk anything.
What I didn't understand though was like Steve Stout, who used to manage Nas and helped co-found Translation with Jay-Z, which is a marketing advertisement.
Yeah.
He was the one who was responsible for Jacob the Jeweler, where he had his own watch with the face with the different clocks and all that.
Yeah.
He's the one who also set up that whole Gucci deal. I just personally didn't understand why you wouldn't do the same thing you did with Jacob, but do it for Dap, where you create a product that is just his versus him essentially partnering with a whole other corporation.
Okay, but how do you know that he didn't bring that to him first and Dapper Dan said, nah, I don't want to do that?
You're right.
You don't know that.
Like, what I love about Dap is, because I've seen a lot of his interviews and all that stuff, he talks about eventually wanting to get to that place.
Yeah.
And his whole thing was
maybe he's still not there yet.
Playing global. Yeah. That was what he was saying. He was like, for himself, he didn't want to, because him having his own brand, he felt like he was limited as far as domestic is concerned.
And you know what? If that's what he felt, like, who are we to tell him that he's wrong?
You're right.
Because look at Fubu.
Shout out Fubu, bro.
Yeah, shout out Fubu, shout out Damon John. Like, Damon John is still a very successful black man, but look at Fubu. It kind of came and went.
Nah, they doing stuff. They still own they own Coogee.
Okay, I'm not saying all right, they own Coogee.
Yeah.
But
like they're doing capsule collections with Puma. I get what you're saying.
But you get what I'm saying.
It's not as big as it was.
Like
before.
Fubu was the shit in the 90s, bro.
LL Cool J face of
it. Yeah. It like you could rock like if you can't like
man bump that because
and that's cool. But what I'm saying is like everybody knows fashion. Period. It don't matter where it come from. It's trendy.
Yeah.
It's trendy.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is this: like you'll still rock Fubu just off the strength of I like rocking black owned stuff.
Also, I still just like the design, like of the OG stuff. That's just me.
Yeah.
But you're right. Like I don't see people rocking like cross colors.
Yeah, niggas not rocking Fubu. Niggas like Rockaway. Same thing. Like niggas not wearing Rockaway like that no more.
Rockaway is not fair though, cause like shout out Emory Jones. He remixed it and turned it into the paper planes.
Yeah, the paper. But that's not Rockaway. It's something else.
Yeah, you're right.
It's not Rockaway.
You're right.
You know. So just like I said, like fashion is trendy. You know what I mean? And like it's a black designer that I would love to see get to the next level. My nigga Devlin Carter, man. You know, with the fly boy couture.
Oh my
god. Yo, my man get busy, bro. He do. You know?
He's so nasty.
He get busy and like as far as his prices go, like he's on that level with these designer brands, like as far as prices, but at the same time my man is doing everything by himself. So that's why he charges the prices that he charges, you know what I mean? But
he's doing what I wish that, and again, I can't control nobody.
Yeah, you can't.
I'm still learning but for me, like I just value black ownership over everything. I
value black ownership too.
I'm not saying you don't. I'm just saying I personally value it over everything.
You value it over everything.
Right. So like what he's doing, I wish that Kanye did. Yeah, instead of going with, on before Adidas, after Nike. I'm saying after Nike, when he was having those whole problems and the Red Octobers wasn't released,
I feel you.
And he's essentially begging for a partnership.
But that Adidas deal,
I get it.
That Adidas
he's a billionaire.
Deal was,
I get it. It worked. It worked.
And guess what? Like,
but I'm the same dude.
They partner with Adidas, but let's not get this shit twisted. No, I'm saying let's not get this shit twisted, yo. Yeezy is Yeezy, bro.
I get it.
When I cop some Yeezys, I don't.
There's no Adidas logo.
It's on the bottom. It's like literally underneath the shoe. Like you have to look for it. But what I'm saying is this: when I cop a pair of Yeezys,
you're not copping them because it's Adidas. You're copping it because
I'm copping them because they Yeezys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
My whole thing is just, I love what Devlin's doing.
Yeah.
Just because it's fly.
It's fly and it's
affordable.
And it's his.
He puts it back into the community. And it's fly. Like
that shit hard, bro.
Like I'm super late on him. The only reason why I found out about him is because of the Breakfast Club interview.
See, I knew about him, but
he tell me about him. It's cool though.
Come on, man. This was before we even knew each other like that.
Got you.
But like I knew about him, but the Breakfast Club interview, I didn't know that back in the early 2000s he was doing all of the
custom
Gucci
J's and all,
sneakers.
yeah.
And all. I didn't know it was him doing it because I didn't know about him back then.
Yeah.
But yo, we used to be in there with the Gucci ones on. Like, yo, that shit was fly, bro.
He essentially picked up where Dapper Dan stopped.
Yeah, he picked up with. Yeah, he did because
Yeah.
Because fucking Dapper Dan. What Dapper Dan was doing was trademark infringement, bro.
Yeah, that's why I said make your own logo. But what do I know?
But you're right. But guess what? Guess what? How sweet is it that the niggas that tried to tear you down
It's the ones paying you.
now come to you and say,
Yeah.
yo, you know what? Because yo, in reality, like I'll take it out of black ownership and I'll take it ahead. I'll take it back to you remember Napster?
Yes.
Okay. Now Napster and Sean Parker, he was clearly ahead of his time because look where we are now.
Yeah.
Right? Now what happened though? They didn't do that to him. They didn't say, hey, damn, my nigga, you was on to something, bro. Like,
Here's a share of iTunes.
Here's a share of. Well, I'm not even. We don't blame iTunes for it. I
don't blame him.
What I'm saying is, I don't. All of these networks that we have now of digital music.
Yeah.
Like that wasn't them. It was the.
Sean Parker's all that fathers.
It was the industry and the record executives.
Yeah.
Because even the artist wasn't tripping over it neither.
Metallica was, but yeah.
Yeah. Because he had the Metallica logo as Napster. I would have had a problem with that too.
I get it.
Because that is clear trademark infringement.
I get it.
Now, like, but guess what? That's how it got. It started with, like, you know, maybe on Sean Parker's part, that probably wasn't the smartest thing to do, but he probably wasn't educated on that deep into it. You know what I mean? But it went from that to, dang, they stealing music. And it wasn't the artist that had a problem because you really think about it. Like, as an artist, as somebody that makes music, because I've always followed the music industry from not only the music side but the business side as well. Like when I was younger.
Yeah.
Personally, yeah. Like, I'm gonna be mad if somebody's stealing my music.
That's real.
Like, I'm gonna be tight. But that's just because, like I said, I've always looked at it from both sides, the business and the creative side. But just as a creative, if somebody's stealing my music, I'm looking at it as, damn, niggas is listening to my stuff.
That's how Soulja Boy got on.
Yeah, exactly. But like, so from the artist side, like a lot of artists were discovered or put on or like got to the point of like, dang, so many people listening to my music that when they shut that Napster down and people had to buy the music, they were buying it now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So from a creative standpoint, like I wouldn't be mad if somebody was pirating my music. But because, like I said, this shit is business.
You hear that, everybody? Pirate Mel Hefe's new single.
Yeah. Nah. Don't pirate it.
Keep that same energy.
No. I said as a creative, I also said that I've always, from when I decided that like I love music so much, I started going into the business side.
No, I get it.
You know what I mean? So, with that being said, Arrival out now on all streaming platforms. Y'all go cop that. But, support black business, black music. But,
black ownership, all that.
yeah, black ownership, all that, you know what I mean? Boom, boom, boom. But yeah, it's just crazy how, like, it didn't work out for him like it worked out for Dapper Dan.
Right.
And as opposed to, oh, damn, he owned something.
Right.
Nope, they was like, damn, he
Get
owned it.
him out of there.
The industry got him out of there, and then everybody else saw their opportunity to say, all right, we got to go into the digital age of music now.
Yeah.
Because he started something. He started an epidemic of something that, like, Sean Parker saw the future, and I don't think he realized it. You know? And that was the thing with Dapper Dan. Dapper Dan.
They got Dapper Dan out of here, though.
Yeah, they got him out of there, but it was also like, all right, damn. Because what happened, like, everything Dapper Dan was doing, like, it was trendy. It was trademark infringement, but it was trendy.
Yep.
So it got to the point where they got him out of there, but the rappers were still going to him to get their stuff designed.
Just underground.
Yeah, they were still going to him to get their stuff designed, and then it got to the point where, so really look at it like you wish Dapper Dan would do this and do this with his own thing, but Dapper Dan probably sitting here like, y'all got me out of here, but now y'all need me.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But I mean, even that, like, they weren't trying to go to him originally. Like the reason why Gucci worked with him is because they put essentially his design on the runway without crediting him or compensating him whatsoever. Same thing with
and guess what?
Same thing with Supreme.
And guess what?
And
Payback.
people backlash.
Like payback.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is they didn't, out of the goodness of their heart, they weren't like, oh man, we're using this Dapper Dan design. You know, we should go get. Like, no. That was like backlash.
No, he was like, yo, check this out, B. This is what's going down. Cause I'm gonna tell you right now, yo, check this out. Like just off of GP, off of anything. Like look at it this way: if somebody steals from me, right? If somebody steals from me,
here we go.
Yes, I can start over and I can make my own. But now I gotta start over, right?
Yeah.
If somebody steals from me, and then it get to the point where it's like, now they're paying me. So I won.
Okay.
I won.
Speaking about stealing, like there's a lot of accusations about like lower quality when it comes to like black, as far as stereotypes. That's what I'm mainly speaking on.
Mm-hmm.
Where like people say like black owned businesses have like bad service, they have like worse quality than all these other things, but like.
You know what? And I feel you.
Like, oh man, we black. You should give me like a black discount.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
yes. Hey,
bump that.
I'm telling y'all right now, straight in the camera.
I want to hear that.
Black ownership don't mean free or cheaper. Okay, if we can spend all of this money on Gucci,
at the Gucci store, you don't ask for a discount at Louis.
You don't go in there and you don't ask for a discount.
Well, I don't, because I don't have the money for it.
But I'm just saying though, like we don't go in there and ask for a discount.
Right.
But I will say this, like if
exposure don't pay the bills, fam.
If a nigga was a manager at Gucci, I like the store manager at Gucci, I guarantee you niggas will be going in there asking for a discount. You know what I mean? I'm just keeping it real. I'm keeping it real because, like, us black people, because I'm guilty of it. Like, if I see another nigga and I'm guilty of it. And, you know, I've done it before. I've seen my niggas be like, hey, you know, hey, because we feel like we have that deep of a connection with one another, bro. Niggas be like, yo.
Nigga, you walked into the store and just was like.
Nah. Not like that much, but you know, like, and it's different. It's different if it's somebody you know, as opposed to like we black. Like I'm black, you should be taking care of me,
right?
Because then it ties into what I was saying before.
Shoot.
You know, black people coming out the hood being successful and just looking at you and saying, yo, we here. You should take care of us. You know what I mean?
I don't know. Tupac says like everybody needs help on a way of being self-reliant. Yeah. And so that's where my viewpoint is. Like,
no, absolutely.
If I'm well off, I'm going to give back. And I don't care if it is out of the goodness of my heart or if it is out of a moral responsibility. I just feel like regardless, that just needs to happen.
Oh, yeah, and you're right. But like you said, you feel like you have a moral responsibility to go back in and take care of your community.
Yes.
Let me ask you something. How would you feel if your community came after you because you weren't doing it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And no, I'm saying if they came after you and made you feel like I have to do this. Because I'm just like I said, as a individual, ain't nobody telling me what I have to do.
Yeah,
I'm not with it, bro. Yeah. I'm not with it. That's why, like, on some real shit, like you know, I was in the Navy. That's why I got out. Cause ain't nobody. I'm not letting somebody tell me I have to do this and I have to do that. No, I'm gonna do it because I want to do it, not because you told me that I have to do it.
Yeah. Like,
and that's just me. You know? So, you know,
don't force people to buy black.
Yeah, don't force people to buy black.
Don't force people to give
Don't force people to do something that you think they should be doing.
Right.
Because then we end up into boom. Last episode, we end up in cancel culture because of that.
Right. Because
people try to force their beliefs on other people. And, like, I don't care if you black, if you white, if you Asian. I don't care. That shit is wrong to me. It's wrong to force your beliefs on other people. It's wrong, and I will never not think that it is. That's just really what it is, you know. So I'm all just like I said. I'm all for I'm all for the support of black ownership, and I'm all for, you know, yes, I'm all for black people buying black. I'm for that. I'm not saying I'm against that, but I'm against black people telling other black people that they have to do something because that's what they believe they should be doing.
Right.
And I'm against anybody telling somebody that they have to do something because that's what they believe they should be doing. Like, if you believe it so much, then you fucking do it then. But don't come over here telling me that that's what I gotta do.
Right.
Because that's just not gonna fly with me, and that's just me as a person and my personality. That's that, you know. So
Be the change.
Yeah,
You
yeah. Be the change. Because guess what? If you walk in the walk, it's a whole lot easier for somebody else to be like, yo, you know what? I could do this too.
Instead of being on the side.
Instead of being you know, being on this side, I could do this too. You know what? I want to jump in and I want to get involved in doing that.
Yeah.
As opposed to you saying, yo, you got all of this money, you should be doing it, because that ain't gonna do nothing but be like, okay, I have all of this money and you're broke and you're telling me what I should be doing with my money.
Oh, man.
You know what I mean? Like it's really like, yo, it's really psychology. Like, and it's really the thought process of just being a human being. And you know, that's that. So you know, I hope, you know, I hope, you know, people hear us and understand, like, the importance of, you know, the importance of black ownership and the importance of supporting the black dollar, but also, you know, also understanding, like, yo, like, do you? Like, do you? And you do what you feel is fit for yourself.
Yeah.
You know?
I think it was a good discussion, regardless of if we agree on everything or not.
Yeah, but you know what? The fact that you can have conversations with somebody that disagrees with you and still understand their viewpoint on where they're coming from, like, honestly, that's what the problem with this whole culture is nowadays. Is, you know, I can't fuck with you because you don't think the same way that I do. That's really what's going on. So, you know, I hope everybody can just really get out of that mindset, yo, and
stay black.
Stay black. Peace.